We're back for another episode of Parker Ponders. This is an amazing time. We're in April. The school semester is almost done. The flowers are just blooming. Laughs are starting to come up from the depths of the winter sadness below. And overall, dreams and hopes are alive. It's April, and I could not be more stoked. Last couple of weeks, I was in Hawaii for a work trip. I do sales. I did summer solar sales last year in Florida, and then did it for a couple of weeks in Hawaii. Plans for the summer, I might go back, might not, but anyway, Hawaii's gorgeous, and I just realized a couple things. I am extremely pale. I am not Hawaiian in a bad way. I'm not as cool as them. They say mahalo a lot, and I felt like I was the dad who was trying to be cool with the kids if I ever said that. Mahalo, mahalo, brother. I got you, dude. Surf, pipe, you hitting it? No, I'm not that cool. And I also realized it's way more expensive. Poke is probably the greatest invention that humans have made on this earth. And the last thing is that it is really as beautiful as they say. I hadn't been since about 2010, and it was amazing to go back. So, loved it. Anyone, everyone, go. I made it to Oahu and the Big Island. The Big Island is pretty unique, okay? So originally I was going to go to Kauai, which is the oldest island, the greenest island. Reason being, it's the oldest. It is about, I looked it up. I'll have to fact check me, but I think it's like 50 million years old or something like that. It might not be that old, but it's very old. The Big Island is under 1,000,000 years old. And I think it's under 500,000. I want to say it's about 300,000 years old. So that is insanely new for a landform, which means it's totally different than anything that we're used to. It's kind of like a different world a little bit. It's very, very variable, I guess, very variable in the landscape. So lava fields, you can just tell it used to be a volcano. I mean, there still is a volcano, but you can tell that lava just tore through the land and flattened everything, and it was just immense fire and heat and cooling. So lots of sharp rocks by the ocean, but also lots of flat lands of just pretty desolate looking places. But then when you dip down closer to the sea as well, there's tons of greenery like Hawaii. But the elevation change is insane. It goes from sea level up to 13,500 feet on an island that is probably 90 miles the diameter. So it's just this really unique place where you go from an ocean with beautiful turtles and beaches and greenery up to this desolate volcano. And there's a volcano that's covered. I mean, there's actually like 5 volcanoes that are making up this volcano national park, but it's just immense and overwhelming how big this is. But it's all in the same place. So anyway, very unique, and we didn't get a chance. It's very cold too, because I mean it's high up at the 6,000 feet, 8,000 feet. It gets cold. So I showed up to Volcano National Park in a tank top and didn't end up staying too long because it was like 45 degrees in Hawaii. But there were these steam vents that were there that were just like, I still don't really know the origin of them, but you stand next to them and it's really warm and you're getting heated by the steam it was very cool in the contrast with the super cold air around you and just this warming presence of a sauna, a steam room, really, out in God's steam room. So I might be going back over the summer, and I'm definitely going to be taking several days in that national park because there's so many cool hikes, and it's just like a unique place. I got to get to Kauai too. Obviously, got to hike the Napoli Coast. Um, but really cool trip. Something that's been on my mind is the the fact that none of us really have, okay, few of us have things figured out, and that's okay. And a lot of us don't really have as much security as we think we do. And if we do have security, sometimes that can come at the cost of realizing potential. Sometimes, not always. But I think in my life, that has been the case. It is the case right now. I don't have a lot of security in my life, with the caveat of I have a support system, which is super nice, and it's a very big blessing, and I recognize that my floor for falling is lower than a lot of people's, but I'm not on daddy's checkbook. I don't get a single dollar from my family, but I do have, a support system, but I don't have a lot of security. I am an independent contractor, technically, and I don't have a W-2. I just work for myself, and I'm involved in a couple of investment opportunities, and I am doing sales right now. Not a lot of security, so much opportunity out there. I'm going to a cool real estate convention tomorrow and going to be meeting with a lot of cool people, learning a lot of cool things about commercial real estate, about syndications, about you know, funds versus like funds based off securities or based off of debt, how to, you know, go about that. I'm learning about tax deed auctions. I'm learning about cash refinances. I'm learning about um, cost segregations and tax tricks, and just trying to really educate myself in a field that I'm a pretty big novice in. So the securities were low, the opportunities are many, but that's okay, you know? And I just realized that, going back to my original thought, you kind of have to pick what you're comfortable with. And I consider myself pretty tolerant of risk. But, and I do believe I'm on a good path that I'm going to do well in, but I have to continually remind myself that this is okay. I have to train myself to be comfortable with this, with the unknown, with the, what am I doing in 6 months? I don't have to be doing anything in 6 months. I don't have a certain amount of paid time off. I don't have that, which is fun, but it's also like a little bit scary because humans like routine. I like having something to say, oh, in October, this is what my life's going to look like. And I don't have that. So that's a learning game for me, especially because I'm going from a career path that was all security, pretty much, and honestly, a lot of upside, a lot of reward, a lot of good money. So it's pretty interesting that I go from that to this, and it's not even this to this, it's more like here to here. It's just different. But getting used to that is a process, which I think the only way to do is being okay with change, okay with being wrong, or okay with being naive, and to own that and take baby steps to educate yourself, take actionable steps to surround yourself with people who know more than you about something. Go forward with confidence. You have to bet on yourself. If I'm not betting on myself, I'm going to lose. So I have made some errors betting in casinos. We're not going to go into that right now, okay? Back off. But it's a pretty bad person to bet on. The house, okay? But in life, you do have to bet on yourself. You don't, there's no huge, for some people, there are other options. You bet on your dad's success and you bet that he's going to give you the money, or you bet on you getting super lucky. You know, those things definitely happen, but you have to bet on yourself in order to succeed. And so, uh, putting the odds in your favor more and more is a choice by educating, by sifting out opportunities, by leveraging your time, leveraging your assets, noting down your strengths and weaknesses and what gets you going. What is exciting? What bores you to death? What do you have to drag your feet to do? Maybe don't do that. You know, I think for myself, I spent so much time thinking that I should get better at the things that I suck at, which I do think there's a value of being baseline competent in a lot of ways, but really the path to efficient success, in my opinion, is just capitalizing on your strengths, because you do enjoy it along the way and you get results faster. If you are starting at a 60 to 100, a lot better than a 20. And usually people enjoy the things that they're good at. Not always, but that's been the case with me most of the time. But there's also things that I'm like decent at that I'm not, that I don't enjoy, like school. But I think that my fuse, I definitely believe, I'm curious if anyone else thinks this, but I feel like a fuse has been permanently singed in relation to education, memorization, not education, memorization, test taking. Uh, I do feel like a fuse has been singed since probably I studied for the MCAT. I don't know what it is. I think that that's a pretty common experience, that it's just like harder for you to, and maybe it's not. I mean, I think it is a little bit. But if I really applied myself, like, yeah, I could take any one of my college exams and like still do well. But it would take a lot of effort and a lot of emotional discipline to do that, a lot more than it used to. I think that might be partially burnout, but also just like general fuse lowering. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's felt that way, but my mind feels a little bit more chaotic now than it used to. But I can still like focus on one subject for a while if need be. It's just takes a little bit more discipline than it used to. Let me know if you've felt that way before. But so basically, there's that, and um, my mom just got like a small surgery, and she has some opioids. So I'm gonna try to do a side hustle with that. You know, get some extra income. Um, just keep telling the doctor that my mom is hurting and that she needs 4 times the prescription. Because, listen, I got some debts to pay, all right? Don't hate the hustler, hate the game. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. FBI, I'm joking. But yeah, speaking of doctors, I went to the doctor recently for a little checkup. He said I have athlete's foot, which was a super nice compliment. He didn't have to say that, but it's cool that he noticed that I've been putting in the work, and that, you know, I'm disciplined. So yeah, he called me an athlete's foot, which is super nice. He also said I have hemorrhoids. I don't know what that means, but it's probably also a compliment, I presume. So that went well. What else is going on? I'm addicted to Costa Vida and Cubbies. If you ever come to Utah, go to Cubbies, okay? Is it overpriced? Yes. Is it really good? Yes. Will it make you a happier person and mask any other pain in your life? Yes, temporarily, okay? Go to Cubbies. Great food. Um, my friend Claire Manning told me to get a wild rice and kale salad back in 2018. That is still my go to order. And if you really want to blow up your wallet, get some sweet potato fries as well. And you will go briefly into another dimension. Amazing food. Amazing food. So I've been on that. I've been on Thai food. Penang curry. You guys. The Indians know what they're doing, okay? They invented chess. They invented curry, probably. I don't really know. We're going with it. And they invented customer service. So they've done a lot for society, and we love them for it. Thank you, India. You've done well. Yeah, that Penang curry, and I guess that's actually kind of Thai food. I said Indian. Oh, guys, am I gonna get canceled? I don't even know which. What is curry? Where does that come from? Like, I know it's Thai food, but it's also Indian. I don't think it's Indian. I think it's Thai. I recall everything I said, minus the customer service and chess. Um, and a former roommate, Anish Patel, you good man. He wants to be a urologist. So anyone looking to get their kidney stones ablated, anyone looking to get their BPH in check, anyone looking for, just a friend, hit him up. Good guy. Good guy. Good urologist, future urologist, better friend. It's already it's a third of the year coming up, okay? So it's a good reminder to me to reflect on what I want to do this year and to kind of make some adjustments, not even make adjustments to the effort to accomplish what I set out to do, because all of my goals I still feel really good about. And so I want to accomplish them. So I'm going to go eat some Thai food, probably. And yeah, hope you guys have a fun week. Talk to you later. Peace.